Hello friends, welcome to Ansys-Tutor. In this tutorial we are going to implement a sinusoidal temperature on a wall boundary condition by the help of a UDF. It is a rectangular, the 2D rectangular channel in which the bottom wall is heated with a sinusoidal temperature profile using a UDF. The aim is to demonstrate the sinusoidal wall temperature implementation in ANSYS Fluent and the study its variation with respect to time. The UDF is like this, and there are 4 input parameters in the UDF. First parameter is the mean temperature, which is 350. The second parameter is amplitude of the variation of the temperature, that is 20, which results in maximum temperature of 370 Kelvin and minimum temperature of 330 Kelvin with a mean temperature of 350 Kelvin. And period, oscillation period is 1 second, and the time, end time of this sinusoidal heating is for 10 seconds. The UDF can be found in this video tutorial description link. So let's start creating this geometry in ANSYS Design Modeler. Select the analysis type as 2D. Right click on this geometry and select New Design Modeler Geometry. Go to units, change it to millimeter. Select the XY plane. Click on the G axis. Now go to sketching and select a rectangle option. Draw a rectangle over here. Now put the dimension. The horizontal dimension as 500 mm and the vertical as 30 mm. Now we are going to split this bottom wall to create this heated section. For this, go to modify, select the split option and split this bottom edge. Now go to dimension and put the dimension. Keep it 100 mm away from this inlet and 100 mm away from the outlet. Heated section is of 300 mm, which is 400 mm from this y axis. Now we are going to convert this 2D sketch into a 2D surface body. For this, go to Concept tab and select Surface from Sketches. Now select the sketch and click on Apply, then click on Generate. A 2D surface body has been generated. This is our flow domain. Now close this design modeler and proceed for meshing. Open the meshing workbench. Then right click on this mesh and insert sizing option. Select the top edge of this domain. Click on Apply. Select type as number of divisions. Enter the number of division as 500. Similarly, select another sizing. Select this bottom two wall. Click on Apply. Put this number of division as 100. Similarly, put another edge sizing for the heated wall section. Put the number of division as 300. Now put another edge sizing for this vertical two walls. Click on Apply and put the type as number of divisions. Put the number of division as 30. Now inside a face sizing option, select this face. Go to sizing option and select adaptive sizing as on and put the maximum number of resolution up to 7. Right click on this mesh and click on generate mesh. Now this mesh is generated successfully. Now we are going to put the name selections to various boundary surfaces. Select this left side end and name it as inlet. Select the right hand side wall, name it as outlet. Select this bottom wall and name it as heated wall. Select these two sides, name it as bottom wall. Similarly, select this top wall and name it as top wall. Now all the name selection has been done successfully. This is the inlet, outlet, heated wall, bottom wall and top wall. Now right click on this mesh and select update mesh, so that the mesh would be linked with the Fluent solver. Now meshing is complete. Now proceed for solver setup in ANSYS Fluent. Select the double precision model. Click on start. Now select this transient option, as our temperature profile varies with time. Now turn on this energy equation for temperature calculations. Take a laminar viscous model. Now go to materials, add water as the working material. Select water liquid, click on copy, then close. Change create, then close. Now go to cell zone conditions, select the surface body. Change the default material from air to water over here, so that the solver will consider the fluid material of this flow domain. Change it to water liquid, click on apply, then close. Now go to boundary conditions. Select the inlet, put the inlet velocity of this water. That is a velocity magnitude of 0.01 meter per second. Click on apply, then close. Now we are going to insert this UDF. For this, go to functions, click on add, select this UDF file, then click on build. It would process this UDF, it would create this UDF as well as the supporting files in this Fluent solver folder, Fluent file folder, then click on load. It would be closed and this UDF will be linked with this Fluent solver. All this boundary condition where it is required. Now go to select the outlet as pressure outlet. Now go to heated wall, click on edit, go to thermal tab, select temperature. In this temperature we are going to select this UDF, click on apply, then close. Now keep all these remaining walls as the default adiabatic wall boundary conditions with heat flux is equal to 0. That means we are not putting any heated boundary condition over here. Now go to methods. Select this simplex method and gradient as green Gaussian based method, spatial discretization, and all as pressure and momentum as second order. Now go to residuals, decrease the residuals for this energy equation, so that the solver would take some more time to solve this, and with a better accuracy the result will be outcome. Now go to initialization, do the standard initialization, compute from inlet, then click on initialize. We are going to see this variation of this temperature simultaneously while the solver is solving this equation. For this we are going to create a report plot to see this temperature variation, sinusoidal temperature variation with respect to time. Select the heated wall as this surface and click on OK. This is our required plot. You can see in the x-axis that is flow time, and the y-axis it is the phased average of this temperature. Click on OK. And close. Open the calculation activities, select the auto save option. Now turn on this auto save option for every flow time of 0.1 second, so that we could able to see this variation of this temperature, animations and all these contours. In the calculation page, enter the number of time steps and time step size we require. We are going to see this temperature variation for 100 second, for 10 second. So we are putting the time step size as 0.01 and number of time steps as 1000. The simulation process would take some time. Calculation is complete. Click on OK. Now let's see this temperature, sinusoidal temperature variations with respect to time for 10 seconds. There are 10 cycles, sinusoidal cycles over here. As each cycle length is 1 second, so there are up to 10 cycles in here. Now close this Fluent solver and proceed for CFD post processing result analysis. Now insert the new contour. To see the temperature variation, select this location as the symmetric one and the variable as temperature. Then click on apply. This is the temperature variation. Put the number of contours as 100. change the default legend view. Now we are going to see how this temperature is varying with respect to time with the animation. So select the time step animation, move the slider to this initial end and click on play button. Here you can see the variation of temperature, how it is changing its color. With this, let's conclude this demonstration. Hope you have liked this video. Subscribe to our channel if you are new. Comment below if you have any doubt. Thank you.